Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Afifah Fauziah, and now I will explain about psycholinguistic assignment with the topic language production in the view of psycholinguistic theory, part 2. The formulation stage is a step in language production where the intention formed during the conceptualization stage is articulate and the method of expression is determined. And then syntactical knowledge is part of linguistic knowledge, which Chomsky refers to as linguistic competence. So, linguistic competence includes three types of knowledge, one of which is syntactical knowledge. The formulation stage and syntactical knowledge are closely interconnected, meaning that successful execution of the formulation stage relies on syntactic knowledge, and the speaker must be proficient in assembling linguistic elements to effectively communicate the concepts in their mind. Okay, there is a distinction between lemma, lexeme, word, and vocabulary. A lemma refers to the actual and relevant words used to express concepts, whereas a lexeme is a recognized word from use in both spoken and written contexts. Words and vocabulary are the outcomes derived from lexemes. Once a lexeme is acquired, the mind organizes words into a sentence, where the structure of the sentence is influenced by personal experience and context, and this is referred to as implicit knowledge. This explains grammatical encoding in the formulation stage. And for example, when a girl sees her friend playing basketball, she might express it as friend, play, and basketball, and highlighting the lexeme is friend as the focal point of her message. The articulation stage is the third phase in language production, where the stage is responsible for delivering what has been conceptualized in the mind and turning it into spoken or expressive language. And phonological knowledge is a component of language understanding, which Chomsky refers to as linguistic competence. It involves the ability to form sentences and pronounce them in accordance with phonological rules. And the relationship between the articulation stage and phonological knowledge lies in the need for phonological knowledge during the articulation stage, and when a concept formed in the mind is ready to be spoken or expressed, phonological knowledge is essential for guiding the construction of sentences in accordance with phonological rules. Phonological rules govern how messages are structured into sentences according to grammar and phrases, ensuring that the sentences are understood by the listener. And the characteristics of phonological rules are intuitive. Speakers naturally use grammar and select appropriate words in communication that are understood by the listener. And the second, phonological rules are not explicitly taught or recognized. Generally, phonological rules are not learned through explicit knowledge but are acquired naturally. These rules become ingrained subconsciously through the learning process and are always present. And the third, phonological rules are language specific. The rules differ from one language to another, meaning that what is unique to one language may not be unique in another. And the fourth, phonological rules reflect the productivity of language. These rules demonstrate characteristics that can be found universally across languages, even with the creation of new words in a language. Knowledge of phonological rules is closely linked to the process of phonological encoding, which enables a person to select the words they wish to express using sounds relevant to the object they want to describe. For instance, when someone sees a cat, they will produce the sound associated with cat to convey the intended meaning. Although it may appear abstract, the sound can be understood by the listener in context of communication. Language production consists of three stages: conceptualization, formulation, and articulation. These stages function effectively when aligned with linguistic competence, as outlined by Chomsky. The process begins with the conceptualization stage, where ideas are formed and conceptualized in the mind. This is followed by the formulation stage, where the means to express these ideas are selected. And finally, the articulation stage involves delivering the intended message through speech or other forms of expression. That's all. Thank you, everyone.